Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Ariwa, and welcome to another edition of How to Get Away with Murder. So, we are going to see what this guy did wrong, and then what we learn. You understand? So, how to get away with murder? When a killer gets manipulated into confessing. How? Rookie mistake. Let's see what he did wrong.
This is Mark Castellano.
Okay.
Being interrogated at the Houston Police Department for the missing case of Michelle Warner, his ex-girlfriend. Michelle met Mark when they both worked for the same medical firm in 2008. Michelle, who was already a single mother, had her second child with Mark a year after they met. Just a few months after Caden was born, Mark ended the relationship. When she found permanent employment at a law firm in 2012, she decided to ask Mark if he would agree to an arrangement. The arrangement involved her and Caden moving in with him, and Mark could help raise his son. They would live together, but not as a couple, just as Caden's parents. He agreed. That day, the 24th of September, Michelle never arrived at work, and her employer contacted her several times, but their calls went unanswered. That same day, Michelle's ex-husband contacted her brother, Dave Schiffel, to let him know that Michelle did not collect her daughter. David called Michelle, and when he got no answer, he called Mark. Mark informed David that on the night of Saturday, September 22nd...
Bro, look at his face. Hey, what am I doing wrong? This guy has impregnated her. The girl even called him so that they'll live together for their son. And he killed her on top. And me that will not kill you, you will not love me. Go ahead.
He had an argument with Michelle, which led to her leaving. What concerned Mark even more was the fact that Michelle didn't take her car, and most worryingly, left behind their child, Caden. Mark confessed to David that he had no knowledge of Michelle's whereabouts. As a result, Michelle was officially reported missing, prompting the police to conduct a welfare check on Tuesday, September 25th. Unfortunately, Michelle was not found at her apartment. During the inspection, the authorities noticed the absence of hard drives from the computers, but no evidence indicated that Michelle had suffered any harm. Detectives noticed that Mark left a note for Michelle on the mirror in the bathroom, which read, "Caden and I are gone. You can have the apartment all to yourself. I am taking the car. Since you can't pay it, and I now owe my dad $3,000 because of you, get it refinanced through your rich daddy and get my name off it. You are welcome to see Caden, but since you are on a drug-filled weekend, I guess you won't call since Grandma called and said you turned your phone off. I will get you drug tested this time." Back in the interrogation room, Mark begins by describing Michelle in a negative way.
When she gets mad, she's violent. She thinks she has the right to. The way she's going to tell you where she prays, and has to take up crap. She's a pretty girl. She gets everything she wants. She has a princess attitude.
Is she using any kind of drug at that time that you're aware of? Is she introducing that in the relationship?
I'm confused at this point because I feel like, okay, so it means he wrote the letter and pasted it in the washroom, but he also killed her. Okay, that's smart.
Adderall,
Which is treating her for what?
ADHD,
Okay.
and hydrocodone, 10 over 325. And she, you didn't tell me, she said, you were in a car accident. You could go get some for him. It gets pretty bad for a great while until the man work starting to notice it's not changing. She's having to eat a lot of things.
Mark has crafted a detailed facade portraying himself as the helpless victim in this relationship.
Smart.
Despite the detective's doubts about Mark's stories, it is necessary to pretend sympathy and compassion during the interview. It's the only way the detective can hope to get a confession from him.
Let's get the last Saturday, the 22nd.
Okay. As soon as I open the door, it's like a battle song. And the first thing she says, he gets into the sugar and dumped it everywhere. He left it somewhere, blah, blah, blah. You know, and this goes on and on. I see something about it. You can take too details, you can't watch a game or something. I said, she's like, whatever, sorry. She's like, she's walking up. She's like, by the way, you better clean up right. And that time she walked up to me and just hit me like that.
You stand with where
I'm like this desk right here. I'm on like this.
Are you in the living room?
I'm in the living room. Those two spots.
Yeah, the computer desk.
There's a hallway, and right here by the leg, I'm going to reach stuff. And by the time I turn, I see her come up, and she comes up close to me, and I see her arms go like that. She gets like that.
Underneath you.
Not like that. It wasn't hard.
Right.
I'm used to it at this point.
Sure.
And when she walks out, slams the door to the room. And about 10-15 minutes later, I open the door and say, well, you know what? She's gone. Well, she's in his room hiding.
So you think that what Michelle's been screaming him, and that's why he goes in.
Yeah,
Because
one time I caught her,
she cursed him.
yes, she sat there and got into space one time, and she's over here like this, and he's sitting there, and shake, his little hand, and she's sitting there grabbing.
Rookie mistake. He's talking too much. He's talking, he's yapping, but he's not saying anything. You understand? So this is how the detective will get him to confess, because he's talking too much. So obviously he's lying, and your lies will catch you. So just don't talk.
I mean, don't you ever you're trying to be sorry? She's cried like that. I'm sorry, mother. No. And at that point, I came over to her, and just like that, she caught herself and get up.
Inleder software ignorance. With a foundation of trust established, the detective has successfully put Mark at ease without any sense of threat. Now, the detective switches tactics, directly accusing Mark of harming Michelle, but framing it in a way that justifies Mark's actions as protecting his son. This approach makes it easier for Mark to confess to the murder, as he believes he was doing the right thing, rather than acting out of evil or selfish motives.
My heart goes out to you. What you have put up with for 3 years, this
Is he who is going to believe that the woman is actually shouting at a 3-year-old boy, and the 3-year-old boy will be able to understand that his mother is shouting on him and go and hide in his room? 3 years old. Is this guy stupid?
very much appreciate and understand your feelings about your son. I have a son. He's 27 years old now, so I get it. It is about me. So, whatever did happen in part between you and Michelle has resulted in her now disappearing. We use that word for lack of a better term. It's my impression that what that was about, what that argument was about, what that confrontation was about last weekend, it wasn't about you wanting to hurt Michelle. It was about your love for Kate. It was about your burden
Right, yeah.
about protecting Kate.
Right, he wasn't going to be taken care of.
Exactly.
The detective has skillfully employed a psychological technique known as the good choice, bad choice method. This method presents Mark with only 2 options, forcing him to make a decision. On one hand, there is a good choice, his unwavering love for his son, Caden. On the other hand, there is the bad choice, harbouring ill intentions towards Michelle. Mark is inclined to favour and gravitate towards one narrative. typically the one that paints it in the most innocent light. This technique.
What we learn. So we have to think outside the box. You see, there's bad choice and good choice. You have to choose the middle choice. You understand? And that's when you're like, I don't give a fuck about either my son or the woman. I don't know how to think about it. Or you can say okay, so there's two options. The first option is you say, I don't give a fuck about the son and the wife. So you are not gravitating towards the good choice or the bad choice. You are just like indifferent. And there's another choice where it's like you actually love both of them. You actually love your wife and your son. So there's nothing to incline. You understand? So what we learn.
It exploits Mark's natural inclination to protect his innocence and amplifies the chances of him aligning with the desired narrative.
Whatever happened between me and Michelle in the course of forcing you, slapping you in the face, hitting you while you're on your knees on the ground, making you upset that she's directing you to do, that was just a straw that broke the camel's back. And now, Mark is protective of Kate. This is not happening anymore. Michelle is not going to harm my son anymore, either emotionally, physically, verbally, or in any way, shape, or form. And I will not solve the problem then. This is the opportunity to talk about all those things she told me. You've already told me, laid the groundwork for what happened in that apartment. And I'm on board with you. This isn't about trying to make Mark look like a bad guy. I'm telling you, I could not. I'm listening to your story, and I was crying.
This detective is so fake.
The stress and the pressure put on you because of the look you have to take when you watch this woman continually berate him and treat him so.
Just stop the narrative. Tell the detective, bro, you're wasting my time. The woman is missing. Go and find her. I have nothing to do with it. You understand? By you sitting down there and listening to him and backing yourself into a corner, obviously you did something.
She's doing the same thing to you. She's doing it to 300.
Mark is now in a situation where he feels cornered. He has two choices: confess or stop talking and ask for a lawyer.
We both know.
What did I just say? What we learn. How to get away with murder. I'll teach you. I'll teach you. What did I just say? He has two choices.
Yes. Confess or stop talking and ask for a lawyer.
We both know. Michelle did not walk out of that apartment. She did not walk out of that apartment. We both know it. We both know the circumstances under which whatever did happen, happened. I wanted you to explain to me that you wanted to hurt Michelle. I wanted you to explain to me what you felt like you had to do to protect Kate.
Create a professional logo that best reflects your brand. Just
So I want you to be honest with me and tell me right now.
She got up, and I got up, and she's getting dressed, and she's finishing up, and she's still yelling at the kid's side. I grabbed her and I broke her neck.
Hey!
Oh, no.
That's a crime of passion. You see, there are different types of crime, and if there's like premeditated crime and all that, but this is a crime of passion. You see, if you are robbing somebody and you stab the person 2 times, that's not a crime of passion. But if you stab the person 100 times, even after the person is dead, that's a crime of passion. Bro, this man just said he walked up to her and broke her neck. Who does that? Is he Bane? Is he Batman? How can you just get to somebody and break the person's neck?
Sorry. She was going to control me the rest of my life. And I grabbed her by her neck. She just threw her in the bed.
And she's facing him.
Yeah, I heard it pop, and her tongue popped out, and that was it. I mean, I sit there and held it, and time I realized what I did, she said,
Dude, look at him. Look at him.
I'm sorry.
Give me the death penalty.
Give it to him. Hey, bro, I thought he just looking her in the eyes, holding the neck. Bro, till death do us part, mommy. Yeah, I'm parting with you right now. Hey, bro, this guy is wicked. What? Give him the death penalty. Wow.
I deserve it.
You deserve it, bro.
I'm proud of you. Your lifetime. Show me the resolutions.
Here's the bed. Here's the closet. Here's that door.
So what did he do with the body after? That's what will make us determine something.
That's my grabber. I threw her the bed right there.
I know this is painful, but I wanted you to demonstrate to Ryan what happened.
I push her and then grab her and then fall down and fall. Sit there. And then what did she do? Well, when she fell down, her legs and her tongue stuck out.
Police obtained.
Bro, why we watching this like this is a normal thing? He broke her fucking neck. Okay, what did he do to the body? Let's see.
Surveillance footage from outside the apartment complex. He was seen on the footage in the early hours of Monday morning, the 24th of September. At 3:21 a.m., Mark dragged a large container to Michelle's car. He made several trips back and forth to the car at 5:41 a.m. and then left at 6 a.m. Police searched the area around Mark's parents' home and found a number of items in a dumpster. They found a Pampers box, Mark's business cards, sunglasses, Michelle's credit card which had been cut up, and clothing, as well as a wad of black tape. During Mark's sentencing phase, his lawyer argued that his case was one of sudden passion. Sudden passion can be raised as a mitigating factor during the punishment phase of the trial in Texas. It cannot be used as a defense to murder. Jurors had to decide whether Mark was provoked to such a level of fear, rage, or resentment that any reasonable person in a similar situation with an ordinary temper simply would not be able to keep their cool. If Mark was successful in his argument, it would mean that the maximum punishment for murder is reduced from life in prison to 20 years, and he could be sentenced to as little as 2 years. The jury did not find Mark's case was a case of sudden passion.
Thank you.
He was sentenced to 27 years.
Thank you.
He will be eligible for parole in 2026.
Keep him. Hey! I lost my cool and I broke her neck. You hear something before? I lost my cool and I broke her neck. Her tongue popped out. Hey, bro! Is that what we are doing? Anyways, I enjoyed this video, so see you in my next How to Get Away with Murder. Subscribe.